Ideas on effective practices for gifted students. This will also include tips for teachers by Megan Kimmel, Dorian Schoik, Courtney Benton, and Kelly Wolk. It is important for teachers of the general ed classroom to understand characteristics of gifted students. We have to know what things to look for because many students in our classroom might not always appear to be gifted. It's important that we stray away from some of the false stereotypes. Gifted students can come from all types of backgrounds, so we need to be sure that we understand what we are looking for. General ed teachers can be effective for gifted students if they understand what to do. Gifted students just need to be pushed, and they need their lessons differentiated just like a low-level learner. This image shows a great example of how we need our gifted students to be challenged 100% of the time, not just when they leave the classroom to go to a specific clustered gifted room. Just like we plan lessons and activities for all students in the classroom, we need to have effective strategies and lessons for gifted students as well. It is important that we're not afraid to change our lessons and revamp them as we go and as we see the needs of our students changing. One helpful tip is to really get the parents of gifted students involved and have frequent conferences or conversations with them. Oftentimes these parents have a really great idea of what they want their students to know or things that they would like for their child to be pushed in, and keeping these parents on your side is a great helpful tip. Oftentimes teachers have gifted students that finish early help another student with a concept they might not be understanding. This can be a very difficult task for a gifted student. Oftentimes gifted students get very easily frustrated and they learn things differently than other students. So pairing a gifted student with a student who might not understand can often be a bad combination. Another misconception is many times teachers will pile on extra work for gifted students that finish tasks early. This can lead gifted students to be frustrated, bored, and oftentimes allow them to not want to finish their work early because they want to avoid all the extra work that they know might come. Davidson Gifted website gave a great comparison for the finishing work early. They stated that in a bike race, you would never see the person that finished first get on a stationary bike and have to ride until everyone gets finished. This is just like the gifted students in our class. Why should we have to make them complete more work just because they completed the task first? As a recap for the things that you should do for your gifted students, you should familiarize yourself with characteristics of gifted children so those of children in your class that might not be identified still have a chance. Plan good curriculum and instruction for all students, including the gifted students. You should have differentiated lesson plans so that you can meet the needs of the individual students in your class. Also, don't be afraid to change these lesson plans as you go to meet the needs. Present challenging tasks to the gifted students in your classroom. You should stay in contact with the parents of these gifted students. Also, use your resources. This could include resources from other teachers as well as online sources. Some of the things that you should not do is rely on the gifted student in the classroom to be the classroom tutor for others. Do not pile on more work for the gifted student just because they finished early. Do not ask gifted students to continuously repeat tasks that they already know how to do. They will become easily frustrated and bored. Also, do not keep gifted students away from their peers and away from the teacher just so they can individually work on other tasks. They need the interaction with their peers as well as teacher interaction. Thank you to the following websites that helped me find great information in order to compile a list of tips for teachers teaching gifted children.